PNG Kumul number 262 and current PNG LNG kumuls captain, joining us all the way from Leeds in UK, Rhys Martin. Hi, Skipper. Well, welcome to the second episode. And want to say hello to everybody before we start.
Yeah, definitely. Hello, everyone. It's good to be on live. I saw Meaty last week. It was good to see him and see how he's doing as well. So thanks for having me on.
Thank you for our fans and supporters. Skipper Rhys Martin is from Hula. He grew up in North Queensland in Cairns, the Proserpine Ali Beach area. He's played 25 games for the NRL Canterbury Bulldogs. He's Canterbury Bulldogs number 784. He currently plays for Leeds in UK with Leeds number 1452. He's currently the highest point scorer in for Leeds. His playing career, he started with the Newtown Jets in the ISC in Queensland. He's also been a member of the Queensland Emerging Origin squad in 2019. He's represented Queensland High School's under-20s. He's a keen follower, growing up watching Matty Bowen. His debut for the Kumuls, I understand, was on the 19th of October against Tonga in Lae, a match which the Kumuls won 32-18. So, again, I welcome Rhys Martin to us. So, Coach, want to say hello and welcome?
Hello, Skipper. Yeah, welcome to this show.
Thanks, Coach. Thank you. Yeah, it's quite a bit of a wrap there, but I remember when you brought up the Tonga debut, it brought back some memories playing in Lae. I reckon it was 40 degrees that day. I nearly died. It was so hot. And I always talk about that game because of that field. Remember, I had that gravel down the middle of it, and everyone was running around it, trying not to get tackled on the gravel. And Mel was coach then, and you were assistant or part coach at that time. So, yeah, brought back some memories. That
we had to take 2 weeks to fix up the field before that special match. So we'll discuss that going on. But to touch base first, you and fiancee Vanessa in England with the COVID-19 pandemic and everything that's happening in UK. How are you and Vanessa doing over there?
Yeah, well, we've been in for 6 weeks now. This is week 6. So they've done it in 2-3 week blocks where they've reviewed every 3 weeks. So they're going to do a review on Sunday and then let us know what's next. So, yeah, fingers crossed that going back to some normality. But from what I'm hearing, I think we're going to get another 3 week block of a lockdown. So, yeah, we're both still alive, so we're doing well. We haven't got sick of each other yet. So, yeah, I think, yeah, if we can go back to normal, I'll be happy. I'm glad I got to get a coffee from the cafe during the week. So, yeah, we're doing okay.
Good. Obviously, with the downturn, you've been able to keep in touch with family. It's Mother's Day this weekend, a special week. I understand Mom's in Tasmania. You've been in touch with family?
Yeah, we try and catch up at least once a week on a family Facebook call, FaceTime, and yeah, we've done a few family quizzes where we all get on and quiz each other. And my oldest brother Dwayne runs that, and it's quite funny and fun. So yeah, we keep in touch, and I think they're listening too. I think Dwayne just put a message and shared the link. So hello to them, and yeah, we always keep in touch. And to Mum, happy Mother's Day on Sunday. So she done a lot for us growing up. She had 5 boys, so she was very lucky. She didn't get the girl she wanted, but Tyson, Coach knows Tyson, he's the girl in the family.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day, Mom, and to all our mothers out there. Thank you for supporting our boys and for supporting the game we all love. And keeping with us. Thank you. Generally, how are Vanessa and you finding life in England? I know it's lockdown, but when you first got there, the life, how was life generally?
Yeah, I loved it when I first got here. It was summer. It was nice and hot. The sun was out all the time, and I was questioning. Everyone was saying it was cold and always raining. Yeah, I got the best weather when I first come over. Loved it, and then I got to experience winter for the first time, and that was different. But I really enjoyed it. We got some snow. First time living in a place that snowed, so that was pretty cool. But we're really enjoying it. The weather's starting to get nice again now. It was 20 degrees yesterday, so this is the hottest day of the year. And yeah, got out on the bike and got some sunlight, which you need over here because you don't see it for 3 months.
Good. We understand there's a wedding coming up in October. With a pandemic and everything, there's a downturn, but has there been any change in plans? Plans still on schedule? You're looking forward to it, the next phase of your life?
Sorry, you cut out a little bit there. You cut out a little bit there. With the pandemic, it's kind of throwing the. So with the season, the Super League season at this stage is going back. If it goes back in July, the season will run till November, December. But if it goes back any later, it can run till December, January. So we've had a look at some dates, and there was only one available in January, and we weren't able to really lock in when the season was going to be done. So that was difficult there, and just the planning around it all. We've kind of had to, we've cancelled it now. It's quite sad. So I think we're just going to get married over here and then have a big party when we get home. So it's Vanessa's upset by it, but like we said, there's not much we can really do about it, and so we'll just get married and then just throw a big party when we get home with all our friends and family.
That's great. Congratulations from all your rugby league family and fans and followers in PNG and across the world to you and Vanessa. Hope the wedding goes well, and we see you back together in PNG soon.
Yeah, you have to have a couple of SPs to celebrate. Not you, coach.
Okay, Skip, before we get back to the football stuff, I'll ask you a question I asked Midi last time, and you're probably familiar with the question. Everybody knows the kumuls keeper, your accomplishments on the field and what you've achieved with the team. Probably second highest point scorer running after Wilshire's title, but who is Rhys Martin outside of rugby league? Can you give us an insight into yourself? Who's Rhys Martin?
It's a hard question, this one. You have to kind of think about it. But I sat down and I had to think, but I don't know. I think I'm trying to be funny. I don't think my jokes are very good, but a bit of humour, very energetic. I like to go out and explore and do things. As coach knows, when we're in camp, I want to get out, get the boys away and do things together and go see PNG. And I don't like sitting in the hotel, so I'm very adventurous. Like I bought a bike here the other day and I went for just get out of the house and go around. So yeah, I think I'm adventurous, energetic, and humorous, I think. I'll try to be. So at least you can try.
Okay. Thank you. It's a difficult question, but thank you. We're asking you to do a scrutiny of yourself there anyways. We'll probably ask this. You're very close to your family and your roots. We mentioned it's Mother's Day. You want to tell us a little bit about family growing up and how close the five boys, yourself, mom and dad?
Yeah, so things got quite competitive in the house, and yeah, poor mum was stuck in the middle of it because dad and mum split up when I was about 4. So mum was kind of the mediator between, well, especially me and Tyson. Tyson's my older brother. He played for the Kumuls. So yeah, me and him used to get into some fights and all that. Mum had to kind of break that up, but yeah, mum was great. She gave me everything I needed as a kid and made sure I was well looked after, and got me to all my sports. And we lived probably an hour and a half. So we grew up in Proserpine, and we played in the Mackay competition, and that's an hour and a half drive, and every weekend. And she sacrificed her time for that and got me to all my junior footy, and I never missed anything. So yeah, I'm very appreciative to what she done, not just to me but for all my brothers. So yeah, she's beautiful.
Good, great to know. Thank you for sharing that, Skipper. The other difficult question, looking back at your life, what would you consider one of the most defining moments in your life?
Yeah, this was a tough one as well. I think when I was at the Roosters, I didn't get signed, so I had to go back and play Q Cup for 2 years where I didn't have an NRL contract. And I worked hard back at the Black Hawks at that time, and got myself back to the Bulldogs, and then I got to make my NRL debut. So that was definitely one of the most defining times. And then just recently, the signing over here in the UK to make that move. It's a very big move. We had a house, and we had to pack all that up and get everything sorted in Australia and then move over. And that was quite tough, but wouldn't change that for anything. I love it here, and Leeds has really looked after me. From day one, they made me feel welcome and a part of their organisation. So you know, feel that kind of love from them. You want to give back to them. So yeah, those are probably two of the most defining moments in my career.
Thank you, Skipper. I think the other difficult question is the one that Midi answered last week and has been getting a fair bit of publicity here in PNG. If there's one thing you could go back in time and change in your life, what would it be? Do you have any regrets? Do you have any insights?
No, I'm pretty happy. Probably if I could go back and change something, probably start up Facebook, be the founder and inventor of Facebook. So we're live on my platform at the moment. That'd probably be one thing. But I think
Great.
no, I'm very, very happy with my life, my friends and family, and all of the things I've done and achieved. So to change anything, I don't think, if I did, I wouldn't be the person I am today.
Excellent. The choices in life that we've made are the reasons why we're here today. So very good.
Yeah,
very good answer. We'll go to some football now. You're currently the highest point scorer for the Rhinos, and also you're chasing Johnny Wilshire's kumul record for the highest point scorer. You tell us, what's the knack with your kicking and try scoring that has got you there?
This is, I always get asked this question, and I think just the work you put into the kicking. Coach knows I'm always asking him if I can go down the training and kick at the stadium before training, and I want to get that work in and get that consistency with my kicks. And I think once you get your consistency and confidence, you don't really miss. So yeah, I'm just, I think, more confident with my kicking and the try scoring. I think it goes down to the shape that we play. We play very, very direct, and I think it just makes the defence have to make one-on-one tackles. And if they don't put their body in front, they're going to miss them. And everyone's always genuine, and the way that we play for the kumuls, it flows. And I don't want to get too in depth with it, but I think the structure works well for me as a player, and I think I'm in the right place at the right time at some stages. So I think just the hard work with the goal kicking. I've worked hard over the last couple of years to get it right, and it's paying off. So 6 points is better than 4.
Yeah, good.
I remember, few times back at training, he used to come along with this bag of, foodies, kicking tees and that sort of thing. So, and that's also one thing that I've been, telling our local boys up here. Then sometimes they ask, Rhys is a good kid. I tell them, it's that amount of time he puts into practice here. So, with the kumuls there, Johnny will say, and he retired a few years back, but, chasing, him there, so he currently on, number 2, but, he might retire soon, probably still.
Johnny's nervous. Hey. Johnny stopped talking to me after last game. No, he didn't. Johnny comes and kicks with me too when we're in PNG. Comes down. He's still got it too, the big fella.
He did play for that Kumuls Legends game. Yeah. He's still fit. Skip, I've got to ask you this. You're the captain of the PNG LNG Kumuls. Your take on it? What does it take to be a good captain?
Yeah, I think it.
Yes.
Sorry?
The responsibility of being captain, your views on that and what it takes to be a captain?
The responsibility is very, very big within the team. I think all the boys, I wouldn't say look up to you, but they come to you with all their problems within the camp or what they're experiencing. So outside of the footy field, you're trying to make sure the boys are happy and they're comfortable and doing everything right off the pitch. So you don't want to be telling them what they can and cannot do, but you want them to make the right decisions themselves. So from my time as captain, we had a great camp. All the boys bought into what we were doing, and we had no problem. So it was very smooth. Just probably money when it comes to cash, dealing with cash. That's one big thing we're always talking about. But it's funny. I love it. When Coach named me, I think it took me a week or so to really understand the responsibility and what's the word for it? The appreciation and the amount of respect and that it upholds within PNG is something that took me by shock. So I think I'm still trying to understand how to do it, but I just try to lead the boys with my actions and not tell them what to do, and let them be themselves and let them give their best. Everyone's different, so you never know. Not everyone's going to give it the same way, so you just got to put the responsibility on them and let them show how they cope with it. So I love it, and it's respected highly. So I love the job.
Thanks, Skip. You did a great job last year leading the boys against Fiji and in the game against Great Britain in Port Moresby. So we look forward to your continued leadership going forward. Now they're talking about leadership, and I've got both you and Coach here, and you've worked with a fair different bit of coaches over your career. Your take on how you deal with coaches and your views on the coaches you work with. Not to put you and Coach in a hot spot, but
me and Coach have got a great relationship. It's definitely grown over since 2014. When I first got in 2014, I was very shy and kind of just let things happen. But now me and Coach are very open, and we can talk about anything really. And yeah, we just love getting into camp and catching up with each other. And, I believe in everything that coach does with his style of coaching, and maybe not so much the fitness sessions that he tries to put us through. I'm always in his office begging him not to do it. So, but, sometimes you have to do a bit of hard work, but I believe in the style that he coaches and the skills that he's given the boys while he coached the Hunters. The development that to see the boys progress in the years from 2014 to where they are now is, we get into PNG camp and we're not starting from scratch. We just go straight to where we finished up the game before. So it's great, and me and coach love catching up, and every chance we get to see each other. So
Great, coach.
What do you reckon, coach? You probably don't want to see me.
In 2014, we had some work with Malmaningi as well, so he was good. We all learned from each other there. So, and camp at that time was good. Yeah, so
that was
a few other coaches that you've been part of. So you were another captain, Bulldogs last year.
Yeah, with Dean, and I had Jason Taylor, Christian Wolf at the Blackhawks, Rich Agars here at the Rhinos. They've all been really good. I think Christian Wolf's got a similar style to Coach Mike's with the way they play. But yeah, it's a lot of coaches do have different styles, and to adapt to that can be hard for some, and others can just flow on that. I think for me, I can kind of fit in any system, but I like the direct style.
Thanks. Skip, I've got to ask you this. We've had this discussion with coach, and a few people that knew we were talking to you today probably asked us to get this feedback from you. The Bulldogs New South Wales Cup major semi-final, you remember that? You took the field at the last minute for, I don't know, some seconds. Tell us the story behind that and what was that about. And
so, I'll correct. It was at the start of the game. So, what happened was you have to play 8 games for New South Wales Cup to qualify for finals, and in a NRL we weren't going well, so we weren't going to make the 8 and make the finals. And I played 7 for New South Wales Cup at the start of the year, and Steve Drajalis, the New South Wales Cup coach, had been preparing the boys to play with 16 men for like a month before. And he come up to me, he goes, "All right, we're going to do this. We'll do it this week." And then, he named me in the New South Wales Cup team. And I got dressed, kitted up, boots on, everything. And I was very unsure because I was doing the warm-up with the boys, but I was like, do I have to actually warm up? And he's like, no, just like if someone wants to pass you the ball, just pass the ball. So I didn't do anything in warm-up, no contact, nothing. And then we lined up, walked out, and we kicked off. And I was just standing on the sideline. And as we kicked off, I've literally just did a U-turn and straight up the tunnel. I was on the field for 4 seconds, and it blew up. And then I got undressed and then straight into the dress for the NRL game. So that was funny. I'm glad I did it because I got to go and win a grand final and a state final with that team, and got some great friends from that team. I'm very glad I got that chance to do it.
Out of curiosity, has it ever happened before that? Has it ever happened since? You know anything?
I don't think it's happened since because they may have changed the rule, but Steve Georgalis kept telling me I think it had happened before, and it's a loophole in the rules or something. And there was nothing saying that you can't do it. It's just saying you got to play a minimum of 8 games, and as soon as you take the field, that is classed as a game. So you can be on there for 1 second and it's still classed as a game. So it's a little loophole, but I'm not too sure if it's changed now.
Okay, we'll go to some kumul discussions now. Your debut in Ley, we briefly discussed it. What you remember about your debut in 2014? The Kumuls have just come out of the disastrous performance at the 2013 World Cup with Hadrian Lam, and we have the new coach Mal, and we're trying to rebuild for the year. Coach Michael was assistant at the time. Everybody's under pressure. That was probably 6 months into my term as chairman. All of us are nervous. All of us have got advice. You remember your debut?
Yeah, I do. In Kokopo at the start, we played the PM's 13 game, and then we flew up to Ley. Remember landing in Ley and people everywhere, getting on this big bus with like cage around it, and I was like, where are we going? What are we doing? And it was about an hour and
from the
quite a long drive. Yeah, with the road.
Yeah,
depends on the road, doesn't it? And we stayed in Ley, and then going to the game, same thing. There was big police escort to the game, and when we got out, there was a line of police, and we walked through, and everyone's trying to touch you as you go past, and playing. It was 6-foot fence, razor wire around it. It's very packed out stadium, and then the field with the gravel down the middle. I remember Dion was playing. I played with Dion A, and he could put some shots on, and he hit someone so hard I thought he was gonna die. I thought he was dead on the field, but he got up, and it was hot, 40 degrees. I was probably a little bit overweight, eating too much buffet food, and I was struggling. But we got the win that day. Hopefully we can play Tonga soon.
Yep.
But that was an experience. At the end of the game, I threw my socks and shorts. I come back in. I didn't have any clothes left. I threw the socks, and they got caught on the field side of the razor wire. And two lads climbed up, reaching over the razor wire, grabbing my socks. I was just anything for the sock. I was like, nah, leave it. Just leave it there.
I thought it was a great debut for you and coach. Both of you have been a good homeman to our national team since 2014. Look at where we've come. The results that you and the boys have been able to deliver, consistency, having the same group of boys play for a longer period of time, obviously with a good coaching team around you, the results you delivered. Congratulations. Probably for a good future going forward, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said before, when we go into camp, we're not starting from scratch. We can just roll on to what we were doing previously. So that definitely, helps with our performance. You're not wasting any time trying to catch anyone up. We can just go straight into camp and get our work done there. So that helps.
Coach?
Yeah, it's just the way we prepare. You have a good mix of players that are coming through from international, from overseas, and also you got your local boys from home. So with the hunters especially, I think we've done well there. So that gap. I used to be involved with the kumuls for as assistant coach to Hadrian Lam in the past, and we could see how we were struggling early part of the week, and just big change there. So it's good to see.
Thank you. Congratulations. Okay, we'll go to last year. Skipper, the last time we saw you was at the National Football Stadium in Port Moresby, the great win against the touring British Lions. A couple of weeks before that, a great match in New Zealand. A lot of people in PNG thought you'd won that as well. What are your experiences from those two games and your thoughts around the two games last year?
Yeah, it was great. Started off with the Nines as well. The Nines were very exciting. That it was good. I thought, if we got to play a few more games, we got ripped off against New Zealand there too for pass. But yeah, I think that game, looking back, the one against Fiji in New Zealand, that was one of the most physical games I've played. That was every time we go against Fiji, it's always a battle like that, and that was probably the toughest by far against them, I think. And we got so much respect for the Fijian team, and they got the same for us. So every time we go up against each other, it's always going to be a battle, and there's always some great footy that comes with it. But that was a great game, and then that just led us into the GB game where we knew we didn't play our best footy against Fiji, but we were able to build off that, and we knew we had a tough game, so we were confident that we could get through and get physical in the Great Britain team. Just leading into that game, they were trying to change the rules and trying to get drinks breaks and all that. And it was I was sitting down with Marcus and Johnny, and they kept talking about Mike Tyson and how he would always go into the ring, and as soon as they broke eye contact, he knew he had them beat. And Johnny and Marcus kept saying, "Yeah, 100%. They've lost eye contact. They've lost their eye contact with their opponent, so they've already lost this." And I'm sitting there going, "Oh my, what are these two?" But I believed them, and they that's exactly what they did. I think looking back, they were trying to change the rules and trying to get a bit of an easier game against us, and coach told us to just go play out their style and how physical defensively we are, just rip into them. And that GB game was definitely one to remember. That.
Thank you, Skip. Going towards the 2021 Rugby League World Cup now, Skipper. Tell us about yourself in terms of preparation and participation at the 2021 World Cup. You're ready to go?
Yeah.
How do you see it turning out?
Yeah, I was with the World Cup too. I was lucky enough to go to Buckingham Palace at the start of the year and go to the World Cup draw. Got to meet Prince Harry. Well, he's just Harry now. He's no longer the Prince. He's left that. But yeah, I'm very excited. We got a good draw too. We got Tonga. So Conrad's in our team, and he was there with me, and we were looking at each other. We're like, yeah, we get to play each other. But we got a good draw, and I'm very excited for it. Preparation-wise, I think you get through this season. It's a bit of a weird season. So just get through this, and then just as normal, I think. Looking forward to it. But yeah, not too sure what they're doing for 2021 season for the Super League yet. I don't know if they're going to run it at a few less rounds or whatever, so we can just flow straight into the World Cup. So I'm not too sure, but yeah, I always love every opportunity I get to represent PNG and to see the boys and coach. I think if we get to come up to Leeds and stay, I've got a few places to take the boys and show them a few good places. But yeah, we'll leave it at that. And I'm very, very excited for the World Cup.
Good. Compared to 2017 World Cup, given the fact that most of you boys have been together, how do you see the 2021 World Cup panning out for the Kumuls?
Yeah, I think it's we got to the quarterfinals in 2017 against England, and I think if we had that opportunity again in the quarterfinal, I think we're going to go one better and get that win and make it to the semis. But yeah, you never know with footy, but the confidence that's building within the team and the squad, we know how good we are now and who we can beat, and I think it's anyone's game now that the playing field's so even at the moment that anyone can win the World Cup. it's not necessarily going to be Australia and New Zealand or England now. You got Tonga and Samoa who are going to be great. Fiji's great. We're good. Cook Islands have got a great squad too. So you never know who's going to show up on that day and blow someone off the park. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting World Cup. I think you're going to see a lot of underdog teams win.
I've got the coach and the skipper board with me. Coach, your thoughts on? You agree with the skipper?
Yeah, no, we just have to get to 2020 season, and then we're counting down days for World Cup. So last week I was telling the guys in the office that we had 504 days remaining before we won. I'm counting those days. So
Thank you.
504.
Oh, we're gonna have a long year. Oh no, it's exciting, but
That's
how
great.
long? Coach? What's the plan? Are you going to come over and check out facilities and stuff, or what?
As soon as it clears.
Yeah, no, we were gonna have that tour end of 2020, but we can't do that. So I probably might send Johnny Wilson and Marcus by. They'll probably
In yourself.
place it. So I'll send them there. Not me.
That'll be a good trip. You wouldn't want to miss that one.
Okay.
Nah, just let those two.
Skip, I've got to ask you this. Where do you see yourself post 2021? More footy?
Yeah. Well, I can pretty much, start deciding on what I'm doing after next season because I'm off contract. Yeah, I'm only 27, so I've got a number of years left, hopefully. Fingers crossed. But yeah, the body's good, and I'm loving my time here at Leeds. So get through this season. Hopefully, I play some good footy. That way, I can start negotiating on extending. But yeah, I really love it here, and the club's been great. So yeah, I'll definitely love to stay longer here. But yeah, just as long as I can keep playing, I'll be like Stanley Jean.
Great. Keep going, huh?
Hey?
Okay, Skip.
Yeah.
Before we get to the funny questions, the domestic game in PNG, you've been here, you've seen the game. What are your thoughts on the game here, and what do you think we can do to improve the game in PNG?
Yeah, I think Digicel's getting quite big. It was good to see the other week that the grand finalists got to travel over to Fiji and play the winners of their competition. And I think those little things, I don't know how long that's been going for, but I think those little things give players 4 years, gives incentive to get to that level and play and get to experience those type of things. But the way that the Hunters programs has been run and everything, it gives like players, juniors to something to aspire to, and I think since I've debuted in 2014, the level of the players coming through has been outstanding, and some of the boys that like Edene played 1 year of Digicel straight into the Hunters. Then he went over to Wynnum last year, and that's 3 years, and that's unbelievable. I started playing when I was 5.5, and took me 20 years to get good, and he did it in 3. So like it's the abundance of talent that's in PNG. They just need those avenues to funnel through and to get that junior development would be massive. So maybe it's one thing to change could be the juniors, where they all have like a junior system leading you into the Digicel Cup. That would be unbelievable. Get the knowledge and the understanding of the game from a young age, and then just build them up. But yeah, if you get something like that in place, you probably have, and you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I think we've always spoken about it, that there's so much talent in PNG. It's just getting them there and getting them committed and sticking through with it. So, I think, the Digicel's great, the Hunters are great. I think the junior level is probably where it's at.
Good. Thank you for sharing that, Skip. We'll finish up with the naughty, we'll call them the naughty or the funny questions, whichever you prefer. We'll start with the first one. Your most memorable Kumul moment?
Yes, this one is exactly the same as Meady's last week, is the Great Britain game that we won in PNG. That I couldn't even explain my emotions after that game. I was shocked. Took us like 5 minutes in the dressing room to realise what we achieved. And that was very grateful to be a part of that.
Thank you. Your most embarrassing Kumul moment, if you have any?
Yeah.
Off the field?
Off the field. My first camp, all the boys teaching me swear words, and that's all I knew. Let's walk around saying swear words. Didn't even know. Swearing at Coach Mike's.
Remember
Buddy, Israel and Willie. Buddy, teach me all the wrong words. Well,
you know the words that you spoke then, right now?
Yeah, I know them now.
Okay. Probably that leads you to the next one. Your funniest, weirdest Kumul moment?
Probably going back to that first camp too. Willie Minogue driving the team bus. He was using the accelerator to brake, speeding up, slamming, going down the road, just bunny hopping like this. It's horrible driver. There's so many, but like the one Meaty brought up about Willie with the thinking it was a rat, screaming like a little girl running away. Ed and there telling stories from where he's from, like how he grew up. That's funny. Gary Lowe chicken dancing. There's so many. When I was reading the preview question, I was just like, I don't even know where to start with this. This can go forever. So camp's always an experience and a memorable one, and weird and funny.
Okay, thanks, Skipper. Who would you consider among the many weirdos you've had in camp your craziest Kumul teammate?
I think number one would be probably Watson. You never know what he's up to, Watson. He's there, but you never know what he's doing. He can be planning something. Willie Minogue, Gary. Who else? Pagey's funny. So I room with Pagey last camp, and I don't know I think everyone's heard it. He doesn't wear clothes in the room. So you walk in, and he's just standing there. No matter what time of day, if he's in the room, doesn't wear clothes. But yeah, there's so many. But Meaty, he just wants to take your payment. He wants to play cards get your money off you.
Coach just mentioned Nene.
Nene, he's always planning up things for the boys to do, get out, and Nene's always good to have. He's always got some good stories to tell. Some probably can't say on here, but
okay.
We'll leave it at that.
Okay, Skip. Thank you very much. I think we've come to the end of our catch up today on our second episode. We've asked you a fair bit of questions as usual. Do you have any questions for Coach and me before we say hello?
Yeah.
Your fans here.
Coach, how's the new role, and you enjoying it? What's the plans for you for the year with it?
Yeah, no, actually been around country until just a lockdown. So yeah, I miss the boys at training. I know I was just telling, I think some journalists up at the diesel donation today. So, I miss the, the team so much, out there in the field. I'm always out there, every day. So basically doing extras with the boys and, in the gym, doing stuff with the team, and also out at the field, in the office, in camp, Hunters, we had, 24/7, 6 years been in the system. So, yeah, but, I try to look at, what I can do, contribute to, the athletes outside, especially local leagues. And, so I've been to Vivek, talking to school kids and, getting them to join the, sign up with the junior programs up there. Been to Wabe, Kimbe, Eastern Britain. And yeah, I spend a lot of time with coaches, trainers. Basically, they want to talk to me and it's ask me 1 or 2 questions, and I provide some sort of resources for them, training tips, videos, that sort of things. But people, the coaches, trainers, kids out there, they want to learn and grab one thing from me, they appreciate it.
Yeah. How's the gym that you build in Kokopo?
Yeah, I built that at the back of my house as well. So I know it's young kids come up and they train. The franchise team, Egma Gurus, they come along and use it as well. So it's free, and back in Eastern Britain, there's colleges. It's a normal college that kids are students from around PNG too. The Islanders are there and they come in and they use it. Basically, we just introduce the lifting techniques. That's the really basic stuff that they probably when they come to Diesel Cup, and they know a bit more. So introducing that sort of thing. So yeah, but been good. Yes.
He was sending me photos of it before it got unveiled, when you cut the ribbon and opened it up, and he was proud of it. Selfies standing at the front of it. Look there, my gym I built.
I visited. So that's great.
I don't take pictures, that. Yeah.
The hat, Rhyse Martin, the hat was off.
That's a rarity. Getting the hat to come off.
There's a fire that the bullshit corner is there. All the kumul, jumpers, hunters,
hanging on the wall.
Yep.
Yeah. Skip, thank you for joining us, taking time to join us here today. Before we finish up, do you have any last words for all our fans, supporters out there in PNG and across the world watching?
Yeah, definitely. Just at this time, just to stay safe, keep your family safe. It's weird times with this coronavirus, so I hope everyone's okay and are looking after themselves. But I just want them to know that I'm looking forward to getting back and getting to PNG as soon as I can, and putting on that PNG jumper again and get to represent them. So I just hope everyone's safe and looking after themselves. So that's all I want to say.
Thank you, Skip, and from Coach, myself and Yurit here at the PNG RFL HQ Temporary Studios, we want to take this opportunity to thank you for joining us, making time to join us on our second episode of the Halftime with the Full-Time Reserve. From all of us here at the PNG RFL, your fans, supporters in PNG and across the world, we want to wish you and Vanessa well. Take care. We really hope the wedding goes well. Unfortunately, we won't be there with you to celebrate the occasion, but we'll do the celebrating with a couple of SPs, like you said, when you come back in. So congratulations to both of you. Stay safe, and we look forward to seeing you back in PNG anytime soon.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you.
Thank you,
for
Coach.
that.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me on. It's great. Really great. All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.